This is Athena from Courage Coaching. Thank you so much for stopping by today. So our topic today is about poor boundaries. Now, what does this mean? Poor boundaries happen when a person goes over a line when it isn't appropriate. People who grew up in all types of homes will come across poor boundaries, but in this case, I'm talking particularly about poor boundaries in a dysfunctional home, especially when the parents in their home have got borderline or narcissistic tendencies. So when we talk about poor boundaries, it looks a little bit like this. It could mean that a child or a teenager has absolutely no privacy and their parents do not allow them to shut their door, do not allow them to possibly shower independently, do not allow them to have conversation with a friend without eavesdropping. It might be that the parent goes through the child or teenager's personal belongings, asking questions that are deeply inappropriate. These are all things that somebody with poor boundaries does. Generally, when somebody has got narcissistic tendencies and is quite high on the spectrum, having poor boundaries means that they expect things also that are inappropriate at times. They will share inappropriate information. And there is sometimes a power play going on, because when a narcissist in particular invades a boundary, this can destabilize the person whose boundary they are crossing, which makes the narcissist more powerful as they can use this to their advantage. Poor boundaries usually reflect a sense of entitlement, and a narcissist believes that they have the right to ask inappropriate questions or do inappropriate things or make people feel uncomfortable. They don't really care if they make somebody feel uncomfortable or if they cross somebody's boundaries. Now, when you are around narcissists, setting boundaries is one of the most important things that you can do. And if you can't set boundaries because they aren't respecting them or they aren't listening, then do not engage at all. If it means cutting them out of your life, then that is what you will do. If it means going low contact with them, then that is what you will do. You have to always put yourself first and make sure that you feel comfortable and that the other person is respecting you and respecting your boundaries. And this, of course, is in all areas, right? It could be that you do not like people giving you a hug. It could be that you don't want your parents seeing you naked when you're maybe a teenager. It could be about the fact that you want to shut your bedroom door because you want to have some privacy and they are not allowing you to. Obviously, it's really difficult when you're still at home with a parent who doesn't respect this, but just remember, in general, you have a right to having your own boundaries, and you have a right for people to respect you and your wishes. Now, something to think about if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, whether that's a parent or whether that's a relationship, just remember that it is safer for you to not share too much personal information, because narcissists particularly enjoy collecting information about you because they want to have an advantage over you in the future. They want to know something, they want to know you better so that they can possibly use this against you in an argument. And if a narcissist wants to criticize you because you haven't done what they wanted or because you've put a boundary up, you have every right to not listen. They will not really understand or be willing to listen. They will not want to do what you say. A narcissist doesn't care. A narcissist doesn't have good boundaries. They have very poor boundaries and they have very poor communication skills as well. They will not respect you. They will do what they think is the best thing. And don't forget, they always have a hidden agenda. There are always things that they want to get out of you. There are always things that they want to achieve. So try and keep things as private as possible. Do not share things. And one last thing, when you are trying to set a boundary with a narcissist, they are not going to like it, especially if you haven't done this before. Some narcissists will go into some sort of rage, or they will have a tantrum, and they will try and stop you from setting this boundary because they don't like that they can't control you. Just be aware that there will be some backlash when you do try and set a boundary. I would recommend that you do this gently. I would recommend that you test the water first. I don't want you to suffer from this. I don't want you to be in a difficult situation. Abusers do not like boundaries. Abusers like crossing boundaries, so you need to take care of yourself. Now, if you have had a bad experience with somebody crossing your boundary, please feel free to share your comments below the video. You may have had encounters with a manager or your boss, for instance, that was very inappropriate and was crossing boundaries. Or it could be of a sexual nature, or it could be that somebody said something private about you or shared something inappropriate about you without asking your permission. Everybody has had some sort of experience with having their boundaries crossed, so it is very helpful for all of us to share these experiences and to connect with others who have had this. And if you have any questions at all, then also please feel free to send me an email to courageisallyounneed@gmail.com. And I am also currently taking on new clients. So if you need any support at all with coaching, then please feel free to get in touch. If you are interested at all in any collaborations, please send me an email. And that's it for today, everybody. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up and please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will be releasing videos as often as possible, hopefully twice a week at the moment. So stay tuned for more content. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in this world, and I will see you very soon.